Although, while travel to another planet may seem highly imaginative to us today, in the year 2000, it may be commonplace. Now man dreams of limitless power to propel us into outer space, where we can explore other worlds.
You mean you actually have ships that can travel from planet to planet? Of course.
Here, for example, is a story of travel in the sky. Visits to worlds in outer space, which may well be the blueprint of life to be lived in the years to come.
Okay, yeah, so my first question to start it is res nullius. So my primary question to begin with, why is the moon and other celestial bodies not like the New World, like res nullius, where it could be, during colonization, where it could be owned?
Well, the reason is quite simple, because if you look at Article 2 of the Other Space Treaty, the Other Space Treaty, you have it also at the end. It says that the other space, including the moon and other space, but it's not subject to national appropriation by claim of sovereignty, by means of use or occupation, or by any other means. And this immediately clarifies that nobody can appropriate the moon or other celestial bodies and any other part of outer space, which immediately cuts away the possibility to consider outer space as a res nullius, because res nullius can be appropriated. Because res nullius, we looked at this last time in class, and there is res nullius and res communis omnium. Res communis omnium is an area which is often for exploration and use, but cannot be appropriated, which is the status of other space. And res nullius is an area which is open for freedom of exploration, but can be appropriated because it's not under the sovereignty of any state. Now, the reason of this, we know that other space is not the res nullius but the res communis omnium because of this article, which clearly states this. Of course, it doesn't refer directly not to res nullius or res communis omnium, but that's it. But this was just the they put it, in a written version, but it was a kind of a rule which already existed before this treaty was drafted and then entered into force. Because since the beginning of the 60s, because this treaty is from 1967, and since the beginning of the 60s, states, in particular the US and Soviet Union, they agreed not to extend their territorial sovereignty over other parts of outer space, particularly the moon, because both states were able to get there by robots or by humans. And both states, after being able to land on the moon, they said, we don't want to appropriate the moon or the part of the moon where we have just landed, because we have agreed on the idea that outer space should be free for everybody and nobody should appropriate it. That's why they excluded it. It was a reason, one of the reasons was that they wanted to prevent competition of states in appropriating part of other space, because one part of the moon may be more valuable than another, and more than one state can be interested in that part, and so maybe more states would like to go there and appropriate that part or use the resources contained there.